and have an entire bunch of information on the screen. A couple people, though, are mystery guests, and we have one of those coming up soon. So we don't know what this topic will be. It could be dirigibles, bringing Zeppelins back to modern commerce. We don't know. That's what's fun about this. All we do have is a name, and it's a good name. The one and only Walter Perry. Please take the stage, sir. Very well. Here's your microphone.
My name's Walter Perry. As you can see, I work in fintech. I've done that since long before it was called fintech, 35 odd years now. I work at the intersection of finance and law and software, turning regs into code so that people can be certain as to whether their transactions comply with the rules or don't. Unfortunately, the business is now undoable. Government is not predictable. The regs are contradictory. There are overlapping contradictions. The software doesn't capture the ambiguities. And we end up, instead of having certainty, turning to what are called the prediction markets. Does anyone know what the prediction markets are? They're bookies, right? The way you figure out who's actually ahead in the polls is you look at where the money is being bet. But at this moment, when fintech, as it's been done, as I've been able to do it these last 35 years, is broken, there are new tools which are available. For the first time, we've got an open, distributed, public ledger. Who's familiar with blockchain? Great. Who's familiar with smart contracts? Great. Who's familiar with self-sovereign identity? Great. Who knows what the Internet of Things is? Okay. If you don't know these things, Google them now. In 2 years' time, they're going to be your HTTP. They're going to be your content. They're going to be your IP addresses. This is what technology gives us. But there's a problem. The problem is government, regulation, and law, which is stuck in the past and which was actively working to prevent what we can do with this technology. I was talking to the seat swap guys before. They've got a great deal, right? Principal parties negotiating with each other to swap what they have. They'll be shut down in the first 30 seconds. I can show them 4 different places in the law where they can't possibly comply. But we have an incredible opportunity here in New York State. Who knows what's on the ballot a year from now, November 7th, 2017? I bet no one. We get to vote on a referendum to scrap the New York State Constitution and to hold a convention to write a new Constitution from scratch. Now suppose that if instead of 3 men in a room, operating under the Constitution we've had since 1894, we could get self-sovereign identity, tokens of citizenship, a distributed, open, public ledger of all state transactions which could be audited by anybody, voting systems which were consensus systems that are Byzantine fault tolerant. If you don't know what these terms mean, look them up. But the call to action here is go out today, Google New York State Constitution, look at what's coming up, understand that this is a historic opportunity. It's as great an opportunity as at the beginning of the 16th century. Gutenberg's press, which was referred to before, coming from the end of the 15th century. Martin Luther saying, if everyone has his own text, everyone can make his own interpretations. We can do that with the law. We can have a government that runs that way. Please, find out about it, participate in it. Thank you.
Walter? I thought you were very, very clear about your ideas. I don't understand any of it, but apparently some of the people in the audience do. So I thought that was very good. Your pace was wonderful. I thought you had a very clear, deliberate pace, and because of the strangeness of the content, at least to me, I was able to track your logic. I appreciate that. And I think you had a very clear call to action at the end of your talk, so I thought that was good. Uh, and I think your presence was earnest and credible. So I think you did a very good job at selling your idea.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Vote.
The other point I would make is that you've been sitting here from the very beginning. You might have been the first person sitting in the room, and I get the sense that you took in many of the different concepts and things that we have been speaking about and integrated them into your performance. And most importantly, I got from you a great deal of sincerity. You truly believe what you're speaking about, and you were being very honest with everybody. Here's the situation, this is what's going on, this is what we need to do about it. And that's the best way you can express anything, is from the heart. So very well done. And I'm from California, so we don't get to vote on our Constitution.
Unfortunately, no other state has anything like this.
Yeah.
It comes up every 20 years. Take advantage of this time.
Very nice. Well, New York could be leading the way. California, we write a lot of legislature, a lot of new laws, and then see if they work, and then the good ones everybody else copies. So it'll be nice to have New York, jump off a cliff for once. Okay.